mother, for example, takes her little son, 4 or 5 years old, into her lap to amuse him with a story. And she begins...
Let me show you my house. Yeah, I'll show you all around. I'll show you everything. I'm going to show you everything in my house. Yeah, there's my 8-track studio. Yeah, come on over here. Here's the studio, the computer area, slide production. Sure, just follow me around. I know there's a few things here. Let me show you the, let me show you the library. Yeah, just come along with me over here. Hello? Hello? What? What am I watching? No. What are you watching? I said, what are you watching? Yeah. Am I watching? I'm saying, you are watching me. Well, what are you watching? I know what I'm doing. Yeah, sure. I'm talking on the phone. Come on. Come on. You know what you're doing. Yeah. If you're not watching me, then who am I talking to? Yeah, who am I talking to? That's all I want to know. Yeah. Right. That's right. Yeah. No, I'm just sitting here making a videotape for you. Yeah. And that's why you're watching me. Come on, let's get started. Yeah. No, it's going to be about the body. You believe it?
A mother, for example, takes her little son, 4 or 5 years old, into her lap to amuse him with a story. And she begins, when I was a little boy, I lived by myself. All the bread and cheese I got, I laid upon the shelf, and so on to the end. The mother's object is accomplished. The boy is amused. He is greatly interested and pleased by the wonderful phenomenon taking place within him of curious images.
Hey, sniffer. Hey, sniffer. Hey, nose. Hey, nose. Hey, sniffer. Hey, now go sniff the audience. Sniff the audience. That's right. Sniff the audience. Now, go see what they smell like. Yeah, see if they got some good smells. Yeah, go smell the audience. Yeah, see if they're smelly. See if they're smelly. Yeah, they're smelly all right. They're smelly all right. They're smelly all right. You check them. Go, get them. Here, go. That's right. Take them around. Go ahead. Smell them.
How do you like it? How do you like it?
A mother, for example, takes her little son, 4 or 5 years old, into her lap to amuse him with a story. And she begins, when I was a little boy, I lived by myself. All the bread and cheese I got, I laid upon the shelf, and so on to the end. The mother's object is accomplished. The boy is amused. He is greatly interested and pleased by the wonderful phenomenon taking place within him of curious images awakened in his mind by means of sounds entering his ear. Images of a little boy living alone, of his reaching up to put bread and cheese upon a shelf, and finally of his attempting to wheel a little wife home. The story ending with the breaking and downfall of the wheelbarrow, wife and all. I'm sorry, am I interrupting you? I didn't want to interrupt you.
No. No, you're really not bothering me. Just come on, right on in. In fact, it just feels like you could come right on in. Just come right on here. Yeah. No, I'm just trying to clean up a little bit before the tape. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I can hardly believe it. Oh, is that disgusting? Oh my God. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, I never saw anything like that before. What's going on? I must not be doing very well. Oh, God. Wait a minute, let me get a tissue here. Oh, God. That is really unbelievable. Oh, I am sorry. Oh. It's one thing to invite you in here, but it's another to invite you right inside my body. You know, I have enough trouble at my age. I'm serious. sharing tissue is sharing mind. Yeah. I need to invite you into my body, but I've hardly decided how to do it, and I'm a little worried about this part of the tape, but I really think I have to find an artificial way to let you enter me, and at least through the camera. So I decided to make a new opening in the body. I just have to do it. And so I guess I'll do it here. I guess I'll just give it a try.
The question of scale in TV and cinema viewing has to do with nothing so much as the psychological engagement of the viewer with different sized groups. Theater scale viewing is group psychological.
I'm sorry. No, you can't help it. You can. No.
And theater scale viewing tends to supplant the social functions of the community. Hearth scale viewing, as with television,
I don't know.
supplants the scale of the family, either the extended family, as in bar or viewing, or the nuclear family, as in home viewing.
Oh, God.
Personal scale viewing supplants intimacy and reading.
Oh, God. Middle-class assholes. Oh, God. White people. God.
all you assholes just go back where you came from? Why don't you just go back where you came from? Do we need to have you around here? Do we need you around here? Huh? Who invited you in here? Oh, God.
Beginning to outlaw cable television generally, outlaw public access television, to outlaw it. And the problem with, in case any of the bystanders come up and ask you, the problem with public access television is that it simply encourages undisciplined television watching and undisciplined television participation on all sides. Once people start to get active in producing their own television, then the jig is up. You will never kick them from watching, and I'm speaking from experience myself. I've seen it in my family, I've seen it in a lot of other families. So the other thing will be minimum age 21 on TV. Minimum age 21. And it puts television exactly where it belongs, which is in the category with alcohol. So stop cable, outlaw public access, and minimum age 21. I think this is a terrific sign here. It's really visible from a great distance, you know. So the chant for the day, you know, when we come in on the picket line and get up by the buildings will be outlaw public access, minimum age 21, right? Outlaw public access, minimum age 21. Outlaw public access, minimum age 21. That's right. That's easy, okay?
Japanese travelers, and welcome to this short in-flight subject, which will make your stay in America much more pleasant. As you know, in the United States, the use of space in the home and the family arrangements for living are quite different from that which we are accustomed to in Japan. Here, in a typical American home, you can see that the use of objects, the use of space, is quite different. No! Stop! Stop! There I am now. There I am now.
Hey! Over here! Hey! Hey! Woo!
No, stop. I got to flag you down. I can't do this to you. It's much too serious. This is as serious as any PhD dissertation. As important as bread and butter. Vera Mackey is calling Japan perhaps the most advanced capitalist nation today, but simultaneously, the two-dimensional patterns of feudalism persist in Japan. Is this important? How can I prove how significant this is? The facts. If Japan is the most advanced, this study, this story, is a part of that. I'm writing this. That's how important this is.
really feel that he can appeal to you. Unless he's dignified. Yeah. He thinks that he thinks your feelings are dignified. He thinks that you'll appreciate space and time to have for yourself. You know. We know this is a mistake, but there's nothing he can do to help himself. What could I do to convince you to change your mind about this? I really would do anything. I'd do anything. What do I have to do? Do I have to go to Japan?
As in 20th century abstraction, which is not uninfluenced by Japanese art, representational devices are deified, isostatically sustaining attention between symbol or sign and object in itself. The wavy lines represent the sea and so forth, to be sure, but the undeniable materiality of the sand itself, particularly in close-up, effaces watery illusions. From afar, the quaint garden, its segmented and sequential aspects, physically co-present, agitate a more feudal dialectic with the requirement of us that our will bring into intense focus only selective aspects of our phenomenal environment.
Flat seaweed. Flat fish. Flat breakfast. Flat health. Flat death. Flat home. Flat rice. Flat Japan. Flat customer service girl.
As they sat together looking, the two memories in which each of them was lost clashed without touching unspoken. She might have spoken, or he might have answered. The American landscape invites you to fill it. The Japanese landscape is already occupied. American space is careless, is material, a commodity.
Now, what you have
Raw
here
product,
is someone
garbage.
who is
Japan is
basically
rice.
an authority.
The flatness of the patties is hard won in a topographically involuted and convoluted country.
I'm on Japan.
Now,
No,
In terms of
I'm not
diet,
I'm
what
not
it means
sure.
to-
with these
I'm not sure I
fellas,
can.
the way people live and eat and so forth.
you have a situation.
And there's enough rice to go around.
I mean, you're always talking
Rice
like an
costs
expert.
way over $1
Now,
a pound,
they're
$1.40,
involved
$1.50
in
a
a
pound. Because they won't
And,
import rice
it's
from the
important.
United States. We could deliver rice. You know, I mean, how much is
It's
Carolina
important
rice?
There's a problem here.
Down at Key
I
Food,
can't
20
get
cents
in
a
a
pound,
word
30,
edgewise.
40 cents a pound.
Because
So how much
To
more
have
can
an
it be if they
understanding
ship
of that in order
No,
to
you're not
know
talking about
what's going
quotas
on
and
here.
limitations, and they will not import rice because rice is Japan.
China?
Japan.
Each
how
of
many
these,
people-
Rice is Japan,
yeah, I know.
and they
Well,
will not import it.
each of these fellas has his own
It's forbidden to
individual
import
point of
rice.
They won't
view.
shuffle their rice.
I don't know what
No.
to say. I
Trade
don't
it.
know what to
And
say.
Barter it.
They're going to eat Japan.
you have to figure
They
it
eat
out.
themselves.
They eat Japan. They eat their country.
Authority. You can take it from me. Take it from me. I'll share our blood. We could share our blood. We could share our blood. It's not important to me. Look, I'll tell you. Anything at all would be, I can't tell you how important this is. Look, watch, look, I can make the first gesture. There's no other way. Look, here, let me just put this down here. And I can draw a little bit here to, oh, I see this.
Now, I know this is going to strike you as ridiculous. This idea of cultural exchange as sexual exchange, especially where Birch points out that in terms of the East, and particularly Japan, that the over-determination of a culture by the general surface orientation of the arts of Japan was, of course, no accident at all. And I guess for me it's coming from the technology. The high technology, because that's just how technology makes me feel. God, check out this TVZ here. God. So, let's get this over with. Let's get it over with. Let's...
last segment moved so slow. You wonder whether this is the real picture for Japanese women. You wonder what went on in the traditional Japanese puppet theater. You wonder what she's thinking about. You wonder about what influence over your friends and having a little working doll for your household would be like. You wonder what the implications of the Japanese system for the West could be. And you wonder whether crawling out of the light of 2 dimensions into the darkness and ambiguity of 3 is such a good idea either. Banging around in the dark, coming in for the close-up. Well, you're not alone. 'Cause there's a lot of other people who'd like to know about that, too.
Well, you know, Ruth Benedict said that you had to understand the Japanese sense of obligation in terms of money in the West. Financial commitment is the only thing we have that's comparable to that.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't say that I really would agree with that. That could be true, but on the other hand, I think that for us video artists, that this idea about dimensionality it kind of opens the question up a little bit.
Well, I'll give you a couple for imagination.
You know, for example,
but that rate's about just so high with me. Then I think that you're imagining things. And I have to call you on it. And there is a sense of a little bit of possibility here between us.
Yeah.
But you'll never know for sure.
Well, sometimes you can't be sure about all of those things. It's hard. You know, I don't have any regrets. I don't know. You know, we video makers do have a special angle on reduced dimensionality. I remember in Kyoto talking with, Tony Arsler was there, and I was there, and we were talking with Francesca Torres and Dara Birnbaum, and about what the relation between reduced dimensionality in Japan was. And Dara had a project. She was working with the sand gardens in Kyoto, the famous Zen gardens, and Tony Arsler had a project on the train with his own approach, a kind of personal phenomenology.
You see those people frozen up there.
I talked to Chris Hill about the relationship between people and their placement in flat space.
What do you think they're doing?
Because they're both waiting. She's waiting for one person, and he's either waiting or hanging out.
I was impressed by my son Ted's approach relative to the camera.
And in fact, it seemed that everywhere we looked, some people were involved with reduced dimensionality. Even Ronald looked like he was getting into the act, giving some kind of a lecture on flatness.
The flatness of the patties is hard-won in a topographically convoluted country. America has spread against the frontier. Japan's frontier is size first, and second, the reduction of its own dimensionality. Tunnels, buildings, fields, and factories all merge with the landscape and reduce it from unusable and tempestuous space to plain, or better line, or still more zen, point. The train crosses through America, the reflection of its rider's desires to penetrate it. The Japanese train wishes away its space and vanishes into the endlessly articulated hierarchy that is Japanese.
I don't know about being expressive. You've got to get in close to see those feelings. You've got to get in close to see that faraway look. You want to find it, but it runs out ahead of you into dimension after dimensions. It's a projection, an internal projection of our unfulfilled affection. Internal projection of an affection, la la la, la la la. Internal projection of an affection, la la la, la la la. Internal projection of an affection, la la la, la la la.
Close up. Ah! Close up has nothing to do with politics and with culture and history. It's about individual preferences and individual feelings. It's about your lust. I know you want me. You watched this whole tape. Ah. Ah. Well, come in and get me. Come in and get me. Come in and get me.
I understand that you caught our act last night. Was that so?
Yes, I always like to turn on the set and see what's on, and I can tell you I'm delighted to see.
You're looking at videotapes. Who's in charge? I'm in charge. I can stare you down. You see, it's important for me to be in control. It's important for me to be able to keep you in line. If I can't keep you in line, I'll have to hypnotize you. Don't forget that it's important for you to stay in line. It's not important for me to stay in line, it's important for you to stay in line. Here, move over a little bit. Move over. Good. Just move a little bit. Now, blink your eyes. Your eyes feel very heavy. Blink, blink, blink once. Just blink one time. You won't miss anything. Nothing at all.
Getting much more research-oriented this year. I even, on one of the other interviews today, I guess passed a snide remark, do the cable operators understand this research that Disney has done?
You still think you're in charge. You still think you're running this. I'll show you. I'll show you what I can do. I can make you think of anything I want to. Let's see you think of a rubber glove. Let's see you think of what time it is. Think what time it is. Now I want you to think of something else. I want you to think of an ass. Think of an ass. Do you still know who's in charge here? Do you know who's in line here? Do you know who's in line? Let's see. I think I'll have you think about Webb Pierce.
I played here down through the years, and after so long, dear, I came to hide my tears.
Maybe I should have you think about an apartment building.
Sweetheart, just one more time. In your next letter, please want to be kind.
And now do you know what I'm going to make you think about? I'm going to keep you thinking about something important. It's time to think about your father. Think about your father.
was a balls and no dick. Your father couldn't even get it up. One time! Your father, he used to have to go out to get anything going, and then he got the car going.
I have my jacket off here because in a moment I'm going to fire this ball. See how fast my fastball is. I lost it over the years.
What do you think the meaning of that is, huh? What do you think the meaning of that is?
It will cover the Baltimore Orioles, the Washington Capitals, and the Washington Bullets, in addition to some college and high school activities as well.
Jane?
Ours is the Sonic Super Channel, primarily Seattle Sonics, with also a lot of Pac-10 basketball, including University of Washington Huskies and Big East basketball.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and fire it here. You got any tips for me?
You're doing pretty well thinking about who's in charge here, huh? But you still don't believe me. You still think you have to be seduced. You think I have to seduce you. Keep you watching. Well, maybe I don't, and maybe I do. You think I'm nasty. You bet I'm nasty. Here, take a look at this. All right. Let's give this a go, huh? Now we'll see who's watching who. Ready?
He gave me his bed when I was ill, Mother. And if our George is alive, how has George Washington a hand in his death? Please, God, it be only as you say.
If your brother returns, as return he will, it will not be through Mr. Washington's help. He neither defended George on the field, nor would he bring him out of it.
But he tended me most kindly in my fever. He was yet ill when he gave up his bed to me, and was thinking only of his friend, when any other man would have thought of himself.
A friend! A pretty friend. Of all His Excellency's aides-de-camp, my gentleman is the only one who comes back unwounded. The brave and noble fall, but he, to be sure, is unhurt. I confide my boy to him, the pride of my life, whom he will defend with his forsooth, and he leaves my George in the forest, and brings me back himself. Ah, a pretty welcome I must give him.
No gentleman was ever refused shelter under my grandfather's roof.
Oh, no gentleman. Let us go down, if you like, son, and pay our respects to this one. Will you?
I don't know why I watch TV anyway. You know what the trouble with TV is? When you watch it, all the people on TV are always acting. They're always acting. Why can't they just be themselves? And I keep thinking, if I were making TV, if I were on TV, I wouldn't do that. I would just be myself. I would just be myself like I really am. I wouldn't act. I guess I'd, put on my favorite sweater. Just be myself. Just be completely myself and not act at all. I wouldn't need to act. I could just express myself with my clothes. I'm not going to act. I'm just going to express myself. Well, the trouble is you've got to look good on TV. You've got to work at looking good. Maybe I could look... Maybe there's some way I could make it look better. I could make it look better, and I wouldn't have to act. Like maybe if it's digitized. Yeah, that's it. I could try digitizing. Yeah, that's much better. Then I look much better. I look more natural. I look more like me. And anyway, I can change the picture too. I can change the image and make it look, you know, more interesting and more natural. This way I don't have to act. That's the one thing I don't have to do. I don't have to act. Who I really am. I think about who I really am. Just take a little while to just, you know, not pretend to be somebody else. Not try to do anything different. I think about who I was, you know, and what I look like, and just be completely normal. I know what I look like. Here's what I look like. That's exactly what I look like. That's me. No, I just act like that. I mean, I don't act like that. I can just be like that. Because that's who I am. I know that's who I am. I'm not acting, I'm not going to be on TV and act. No. One way to be sure of that, take a look. Oh. Well, you know, if you want to look just exactly like yourself on TV, you might have to make some adjustments. You might have to look better. Digitizing? I don't know. They say you might have to use, I might have to use some makeup or something. Yeah, there, that's looking more like it. Let's see. Yeah, that's getting more like it. That's definitely looking more like me. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a little here, a little there. Yeah, definitely looking more like me now. But no acting. TV makes you have to see things differently. Well, I wouldn't just see things like acting. I would see things like through different eyes, like how the world looks if you're a fly. Look, I would do something like that. I would look at things as though I were looking at things as though I were a fly. Yeah, I would look at things completely different, as though I were buzzing around and I were seeing things through a fly's eye. That would be completely different and no acting. Hey, Tony, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, boy, I'm appropriating myself.
I'm going to appropriate some of this record.
Hey there, kid.
Which gives us the greatest number of ideas in the shortest space of time.
Listen, buddy. I want to tell you something. Beauty comes from technical style, see? It comes from technical style, beauty does. And that's what I want to tell you. I'd like to tell you something, buddy.
Hey there, Kid Aikens. Would you make me a star?
Let C be a cocycle of a complex K, and phi star a cocycle of one of the successive barycentric subdivisions of K, modulo a subpolytope. And suppose that phi and phi star are related so that when S sub n is an oriented simplex of K, then phi of S sub n equals the sum of the phi star of all the oriented subsimplexes of the S sub n. So that means that phi star is obtained from phi by iterated application of the operator pi. So finally, phi and phi star represent the same element of the topologically invariant cohomology group of the geometrical realization of K.
Well, taking it from the top, we begin with the image on the monitor, and by simply turning this dial, we can see a very, very small change in the image. And if you look closely, now you'll see, because I had informed you that the knob was changing, you'll obviously become aware of the image change. But now that we move it a little bit further, we can see a great change, a very great change, simply by turning the dial just a little bit further to the left. And now, by flipping this switch, we can see still yet another change, and it is simple as that. It is as simple as that. Nothing can be simpler, and at the same time, nothing can be more unbelievable. You're simply taking the speech that I just made away. If you were to turn the sound off and watch just what I was telling you, you just wouldn't believe what had just happened.
Hey, Tony, what are you doing?
Me? I'm appropriating.
Appropriate what? You can't just appropriate.
I'm appropriating myself. Isn't that different?
Yeah, but that's the whole point of it. You can't be different. Appropriating isn't to be different, Dodo.
But appropriating myself it's the original thing to do. I think it's original if I were appropriating myself. Everyone else is appropriating everything else, other people's things.
It's original.
As Mussolini used to say, freedom is not an end but a means. He called freedom without order and discipline dissolution and catastrophe.
Besides, how can new ideas come out unless you try something else? Another thing.
Mussolini used to say freedom is not a right, it's a duty. It's a conquest, a privilege. The concept of freedom changes as time passes. To the intrepid, restless, harsh youths who appear in the dawn of the new history, there are other words than freedom that exert a much greater charm. They are order, hierarchy, discipline.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to seal you in this little space here and send you off into rectangle land. How'd you like that?
You don't know what you're missing. Just listen. I mean, just listen. I mean, just listen. Just listen. I mean, just listen. 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 Into this. Into this. Into this. Into this. Listen to this. This. Hey, Chid Akins. How come it is I never get to play by myself, huh? I mean, you get to play by yourself. Yourself. How come I... How come I... How come I don't never get to play with some of them big symphonies like you do, huh? How come, Chet? How about when the swelling goes down in my fingers?
Comeback. It's all I can tell you. You're never ready. It's always on you. Nothing you can do about it, but go out to meet it like man. Hey, no. Hey, let's go. Hey.
Where should we start? I don't know. You need any pencils?
Some folders.
Folders?
Ink.
Where?
Over here.
What do they look like?
Let's take these cards.
Take the cards?
Yeah.
Hey, soldier, what do you got there? What do you got? What do you got?
Bizwax.
What do you got?
None of your bizwax.
Let me put your weapon down, soldier. Put your weapon down right over there. And you stand right over there. Put your weapon there. You stand over there, and you bend over. You bend over, and I'm going to tell you what this army's about.
What?
You get 2 more. And if I find your filthy hands in our supply shelves again, you're going to get 10. Oh, you dirty son of a bitch. You dirty son of a bitch. Oh, come on. Listen, I'm in charge here, and you guys, you're all privates, for Christ's sake. Don, you bend over. Bend right over.
short marshal that was, huh? That was terrific.
Thanks,
That was
Sergeant
a real military justice.
We did what we had to do in there.
Sergeant Drexel, I tell you, it's working out terrific. Insubordination, that was the charge. Assaulting a superior, that's unacceptable.
Yep. Taking things from the supply house. We'll show him.
He got caught. He got nailed, fair and square. No business doing that. No business whatsoever.
Gotta keep these men in line, especially now. You've heard the rumor. From headquarters?
Yeah, I hear it's Mexico. Is that right?
Mexico, I think so. They're not quite decided. The money's in. Congress is appropriating.
We've got appropriations for combat.
We're going. We're going to show them what we can do.
Terrific. Terrific. And they're ready. They're trained. They're tough. It'll be a good war.
Get these men ready. Teach them what it's like to be in our army.
Here, I've got an official paddle here. It's a regulation model, and you can take care of that, meting out that punishment, just like mine. Mine's a little more worn, but it's a standard item. We'll have no trouble with it.
What's the grip on this?
Well, if you're left or right-handed, it doesn't matter. Just firm and hard, and with authority, so they can understand who is in charge, because that's important in the field.
Kind of losing count here.
Good work, Drexel. Discipline. That's what the Army needs.
Especially now. You gotta get them out in the field. Field ready.
Right. Hey, it's gonna be a land war.
Sure, Mexico. Our neighbor.
Not gonna get wet. No air sickness.
Good to get them out in the field. Show them our stuff.
Right. Toughened up. Combat ready. What the fuck? Oh! You want me to take you out? I'll take you out. Get up against the wall. Sergeant, get over there. If that's what you want, man. You want me to stand here? Had you worried, didn't I?
Listen, you think the sergeants are going to fight this war?
now?
No way, not this sergeant. Not me.
Can I pee now? Now?
You got other things to think about, son. Soldier. There'll be plenty of time for that later.
We could just stage a frontal assault, see? Artillery preparation. Our batteries back here, right? Softening them up. Very high explosive. And then send the infantry in an old-fashioned way, right? Get over the top of bayonets. Get them right now. But we're not going to do that no more. Nah, we're gonna fight Foxy, right? You guys probably seen a lot of old movies. You probably got outdated ideas. It ain't like that anymore. It ain't like the old days when you used to stand there 6 feet away from your foxhole, pumping lead into the jerrys. Nah, them days are over. Now, what you realize, man, that this here weapon has a powerful kick to it, so you gotta hold it careful like. You gotta be prepared to take a buck that hit your shoulder, and just to have a sense of what it's like in combat, I'm gonna fire it, right? Right. Okay, watch carefully now. There. Now, if you paid attention, you'll be able to see step by step what I did. Anybody care to tell me? Yes, soldier. Now, we want analysis, soldier. 1, 2, 3. What did I do?
Well, picked up the gun.
Show me. Come on, grab it. Now, like that, against your shoulder.
It's too big.
How about you in the Army? You're under 5 feet tall. What kind of recruits we getting these days?
You take what you can get.
You know, all these guys are really great. You know, we work pretty hard together every day. Sure, to get a real picture of the Army, you have to fight in a war. Most of the guys haven't yet, but we're hoping, you know, we'll get a chance to. You know, Sergeant Mahoney has. You know, he's cool. He's been in combat before, and we can talk to him about it.
We got an instructional film today. And I'll throw it on. I want you then to watch careful, like. Come light, get out. Kill them lights.
We go see the movie now?
We're gonna see the movie. There it goes. It's guerrilla warfare. See, guerrilla warfare. I don't mean fighting guerrillas. I mean guys hiding from you, not coming out and shooting like honest men, but hiding behind hedgerows, hiding in ditches, sniping at you, planting mines for you to step on. That's guerrilla warfare. This here is an instructional flick, an audio-visual aid. Now what you're watching then is combat footage. Combat footage taken on action against them nexus. Get your goddamn hands out of there, rabbit. What you're seeing is actual footage of combat on the Rio Grande taken 6 months ago. Now, you'll observe, man, that these nexus fight irregular like. It's guerrilla tactics. A lot of skirmishing. They move around fast. They don't show themselves much. That's it, man. V for victory. That's the spirit I like to see. Good soldier. Now watch carefully. Right. Now you see our boys coming around with heavy firepower. That's it, right. Right. Intercepting them, just like the old Kong back in Nam. Remember those gooks, man? Well, it's like that. It's like that. Like Poncho Villa back in 14 with the U.S. cavalry. You even notice they got civilians fighting on their side. Well, don't take nothing. That's real combat photography, men. Can't get in focus all the time. It's going to look like that, too. When you're there on the field, you'll be a blur. Blur and a crash, the noise of battle, the fog of battle, which means you're prepared. It's going to be scary out there. It's going to be tough and ready to take it, see?
If this gun gets broken, I'm gonna say you broke it. You get dirt in this gun, and I'll say you broke it. Pass all that over here. Maybe we can fix it here. Hey, you want to see something? No. Now, why are we in this? We're any... Mahoney. It's Mahoney. I hope Mahoney's not... You think the patrols, Z stations over there, you think maybe they're close? Probably. See? We can't leave tracks. If the other guys see the tracks, they'll come and see us. No. They'll come and see us. Let me help. I don't think... Ow! Is it this way? Look at the kind of stones they have here. Good. Can I shine this? A stone in this area would mean that I think... Well, wait. If you remember last night when Sergeant Mahoney took us all to the latrine? Oh man! And those guys last night, they kept eating. Did you hear about the guy who fell? I can't get this to work. Hey! Throw them back this way at the tree. Pretend that's the sergeant. What would you do to them then?
Now, another thing you guys got to remember.
Try and do that now.
Like Americans, like soldiers. Old Uncle Sam's superior technology against their numbers and their knowledge of the terrain.
Believe it or not, that they were getting delivered to the house. Sergeant Hughes?
Yeah.
Sergeant Hughes?
Yeah. Pick it up.
Sergeant, I have to pee, Sergeant.
The soldier doesn't talk about that. Hold it. Keep quiet.
Sergeant?
Yes!
Are we there yet, Sergeant?
Put that down. Gun, too. Get the gun. Now, just stand there. Just stand there. Just stand there.
Are we moving out, Sergeant?
Just stand there and shut up. Keep walking. Walk straight.
Sergeant.
Straight.
Sergeant. Sergeant Hughes, did you ever deliver newspapers, Sergeant?
Stop. Go. Turn around. Walk forward. Yeah.
Jeez. What's that, Sergeant? Sergeant, I have to pee.
That's nuclear.
I have to pee, Sergeant. Sergeant, I have to pee, Sergeant.
Don't talk about that.
Okay, Sergeant.
Mom? Dad? I'm coming home. I can't believe I got a break. It's been so long out here. Boy, that train ride home is going to be terrific. But my buddy, he lives very far. I invited him home. Is that okay? Boy, oh boy, I can't wait.
I didn't fix the car, and I really don't care.
Well, that's what you're supposed to be doing while I'm at work. I mean, you know, I don't have time to take it in.
Do you think I like working with all those so-called soldiers that I work with all day? Telling them what to do?
Hey! Hi!
Hi, Mom.
Where you been? Been looking for you.
Well, it took us a little bit of time to get here. You're looking good. Hi, Dad. All right.
Good to see you, son.
Hey, I want to introduce you to my... Of course, they're just plain folks, I know, but they make home so special to see again. Gee, there's nothing like home when you're on leave. You just never remember the way that it is. It seems so special with the whole family right there in that, well, we have 2 rooms, but mostly we just have one. It's small, sure, but it's real, and we're together. Sis even got a rifle. Well, she's excited to know that I'm a fighting man. But the main thing of being able to see them again is the feeling of being able to be with them again. Boy, oh boy, brother's on the team, I think. What a swell kid. Him and Sis both took a liking to my buddy. Boy, oh boy, what a family. I forgot all about being in the field, at least for a while.
It's the end of the... It's been end of the comic book series. It's been good for me, Dad. Oh, which one are you? I should hope it would be good for you. I mean, it can't be bad for you. It couldn't have gotten, you know, a whole lot worse than it was when you left. I've been in the basement. Well, I've seen it. Done as good as I would like to, but no roughhousing in the bedroom. Oh, sorry, sir. It's all right. Listen, I want you to have a good time. I've been on the base. Tell me. Tell me about Army in a while. Well, we had several campaigns that we went through, and they were all pretty tough. They asked us to do a... Hey, good. Brother? Brother, big rifle you got.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Too much. Too much noise, too much gun. Go get me a drink, Sis, and don't come back with the gun.
Take the gun out of the living room and put it in the living room. Take it out of the bedroom. So, Mom,
have you been having a good time? Have you been having going out and doing...
the car's broken. That's right. The car's broken.
And
doesn't get it fixed.
Maybe you can take it in tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
You can take
No problem. I'll take it in tomorrow.
And work in the garden a little?
Gee, you look good, Mom. You and Dad, I think you and Dad are doing all right.
Looks good, doesn't she? Go. What are you playing with? Get that out of here. That's not supposed to be in here. That's hers. That's not supposed to be in here. What are you playing with over here? Look, these goddamn Mexican toys. These are Mexican toys.
Get him out of here.
Not Mexican. Jesus, what is this? Isn't this the jump rope?
Yeah, the jump rope.
What did he do? Why don't you just... I found her out of here. There's too many...
You don't allow me.
I don't know what I am.
Also, if you've
hey,
been built that...
Get off the bed!
My hair!
Get off to the bed!
Hey, Mom! Mom!
Come on! Get out of here!
Get out of
here!
Off the bed!
Off of the bed! Off the bed! Come on, Junior.
Jesus.
Off the bed!
Excuse me, ma'am. You're spilling your drink, ma'am.
Get out of here.
Hey, listen, I know this is a very small house. Say no more, buddy. Listen. Say no more, buddy. Pretty. Yeah.
Charlie, I'm so glad you brought this friend of yours with you.
Nice to meet you too, ma'am. Real pleased. Listen, this is a very small house. I only make so much money. This is as big as we can afford. So obvious. If you could sort of maybe fit in here without making too much trouble.
He's been on the base a while, Pop.
Well, this isn't the base. I'm from a long way from here.
We'll calm down after a while, Pop. It's, you know, it's a long ride here. And we're happy to see you guys. And
I don't mean to cause any trouble, man.
No, that's okay.
No, we're glad to have you.
Real nice. I'm happy you bring these things back home.
You like Mom?
Yeah.
She usually understands. Like...
honey, I'm really getting tired. I think it's time you find your friend someplace to sleep.
All right, let's, you know, we'll bed down here, Mom. Tired. We'll bed down here. That's okay. Don't worry about us. Get the light.
I didn't bring my jammies with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
Hey, what's the matter? Can't you get your pajamas on over there?
No, these guys are too small. You haven't got me any new ones in a while.
I afford to buy your pajamas.
They're useless.
You're always getting
Does everybody have their pajamas on?
Yeah, we're all running down with the gun away.
You better all you get off of the bed!
Get off of the fucking bed!
Hey, man.
Get off of the bed!
I don't care what he told you.
That's a big
Get off
Why
the
you
bed.
the bed to you?
Oh, fuck.
Whatever happened to these fucking kids?
Yeah, look at him over there. Look at him over there. And over there. You can't get him over there. Oh, wow. Look at all of them. Yeah. Oh, those Mexicans. I didn't know there were so many of them anyway.
No, we better tell somebody.
Yeah, I guess they're on a field telephone.
Probably tell somebody. I don't know.